it's Daz, and I want to talk about a topic that I've noticed has gained a lot of traction over the last few years, and that is the gender war. So I'm sure that if you browse the internet, and it probably depends on your algorithm because each of us honestly live in our own reality when it comes to the algorithm. What I may see on my page may not be what you see on your page. But something that I'm honestly really tired of seeing is all of these videos bashing one gender or the other. We have what we call incels and femcels. We have radical feminists, and we have men going their own way, and the manosphere and red pill content, which is totally taken from the Matrix and was used in relation to truthers and conspiracy theories, has now been rebranded to reflect this idea of walking away from the delusion of that you see the true female nature. And we have a lot of infamous names that we could go on about who've brought these ideas more to the mainstream. More of the youth are consuming this kind of content. You have people giving relationship advice who have never been married or are divorced. You have people who have never even been in a serious relationship giving advice, telling you that you should not get married, and it's honestly really troubling. Now, what someone chooses to do with their life in terms of whether they get married or not is their business, but it's creating this whole cynicism amongst men and women and distrust, and there's tons of lists floating around the internet about women you should not date, men you should not date. So much emphasis on being quote-unquote high value, as if we're a commodity to be bought and sold, that chasing after someone with more money leveling up, and teaching people how to value people based on certain traits as if they are an object. But this is the society we live in today, a society where we treat one another as if an object, and people constantly go on and on about things like body count, whether it matters or not, whether you as a man should have a higher body count or you as a woman should have a lower body count. And it's just wild because this isn't based on morality. It's not based on anything biblical. It's more so based on pseudo-biology and sometimes real biology, but a lot of this is opinions and pseudo-intellectualism. And I see so many people who buy into this, people I actually went to school with, people that I went to college with, people that I've worked with, and it's crazy how, to me, it looks a lot like watching Jerry Springer or Maury Povich, trash daytime TV shows, but people get really deep into this stuff, and honestly, I feel it's a distraction from real issues. I feel like it's a ploy to divide and conquer, to get us not to focus on what's really going on in this world, as well as probably to stop more marriages from happening, because marriage is important for the continuity of society. It's important for wealth building. Same with having children, growing up in stable households. But if people aren't getting married to each other, if people aren't trusting each other, if people are only marrying because they're looking for a quote-unquote high-value man to take care of them, but not necessarily out of love, how is that going to be a stable society? How is it going to be? What if the economy were to collapse tomorrow? Would that high-value man, according to a woman who's seeking out a man with more money, be high value anymore? Or is it his character? Same goes for a man that's looking for a high-value woman. Would that woman still have value if her appearance declined? What about when she ages from 18 to 40? So these are all things that I constantly hear, and I'm just trying to mind my own business and go on YouTube or TikTok, and I just get people with their opinions. Some of them are bitter, some of them have been traumatized, some of them have zero experience or speaking on other people's experience, and it's honestly kind of cringe. But I just wanted to go on this little rant with you guys and see what your opinions on it are, and I hope you enjoyed my tiny little rant of just talking to you. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care, and God bless.